Welcome to Ma's Garage. I'm Smokey.
I'm Kev.
And I'm Crick.
And today we're talking about confidence and charisma. It's all a numbers game because once one gains the support of two, it goes exponential from there.
You know enough to be dangerous. So that way you can jump into it before you give yourself a chance to overthink it.
Other people can encourage confidence in you just because they can believe in your abilities or they can believe in you in general.
Chart the uncharted to learn more about what nobody knows.
How are you supposed to learn if you don't go out there and actively try to learn, like explore?
It's where I feel like blind confidence can be good and it can be bad. Like that blind confidence of I have no reason why I'm saying that I should do the things that I'm doing, but something feels right. I feel like I should do them. But that can make really bad things happen too.
Blind confidence can blindside you.
Hey, buddy.
Break was over 15 minutes ago, Mitch.
Because if you're just going and you're not paying attention to what's happening around, like that's how you find yourself in a situation that is completely outside of your control that you could have avoided. Like following a promise for money or following on like a golden opportunity and then ending up a slave or ending up like in a terrible situation.
How do you guys think we gain that confidence? Like, how do you think we just like, what gives us that confidence to do something that we didn't have confidence in before?
I think not thinking about it is my biggest thing.
Yeah, I would say almost something to the level of blind confidence, but knowing that this is not just the only thing. So if there could be like a different, reasonable confidence,
like experience. Like if you have experience in something, you're more confident at attempting it.
The more you do it, the more confident
absolutely,
you get.
because you've done it. So it's something that's familiar to you.
So that's more of a reasonable confidence.
As opposed to like a race car driver just immediately trying to code on a computer.
Right. But who knows, sometimes you have to have that little bit of blind confidence where he could try it because maybe he is even better at coding than he was at being a race car driver.
He wouldn't know until he tried.
They're correlated because there are jobs where it's like
somehow
they seem not related, but
somehow he can code while he's driving,
right?
While he's racing. Like, I got to get this done by deadline, and I got to get this. I got to win this race.
He's hacking the other cars and stuff like that. Why is that just like bye engines?
That'd be messed up. That'd be crazy.
I think you just need a little bit of foreknowledge. So they say just a little bit to be, enough to be dangerous.
Yeah.
So that way you can jump into it before you give yourself a chance to overthink it out of it. Especially if it's something you want to do. Like if you know enough about it to know it's something you want to experience or you want to investigate in or pursue further, jump on it before you talk yourself out of it, because nobody else will talk you out of it quicker than yourself.
Right.
Absolutely. Because reasons will just continue to pile up.
They will. And you can come up with infinite reasons why you shouldn't do something you want to do.
Mm-hmm. It's like that question that you asked in that previous episode. Like, how do you talk yourself out of talking yourself out of the things that you want to do? Like, you just got to, when you start having these conversations, like you come up with your pros and cons list, you come up with your pros and cons list for your pros and cons list. Like you don't let it settle.
But at a point though, you have to stop with the pros and cons list and just go for it. Right.
Yeah, you can make lists all day.
You can list it to death.
Mm-hmm.
You can. And eventually you realize when the pros and cons list one side outweighs, or at least you can start seeing reason in giving it a try. There's a difference between dipping your toe in the water and jumping and like putting your whole foot in.
Right.
Right. And I think another source that we can get the confidence from too, which is a dangerous one to kind of feed off of, is like, it's good and bad, but it's other people. You know what I mean? Like, other people can encourage confidence in you just because they can believe in your abilities, or they can believe in you in general. And that can like encourage people to do things that they never thought they could do.
I know you can do it, buddy. But I don't. Listen, Simone, don't believe in yourself. Huh? Believe in me. Believe in the Kamina who believes in you.
What's that mean?
You can't let that be your only source, because if that's like your only motivator, your only source of confidence, then
you're going to let people down.
Well, yeah, you're always going to need people around to be confident. You're never going to be able to
become reliant on them.
You are going to depend on other people's support.
Right. Like,
and I mean, I can understand being dependent, but there are things that you shouldn't have to depend on getting like recognition of others in order for you to make decisions. You should be able to make your own decisions when you have to.
Right.
Like, I'm going to go get this food from this Chinese restaurant. And if I see someone else walking by with like some like delicious smelling barbecue, and then I'm like about to walk into this Chinese restaurant and I smell that barbecue and I'm like, you know what? I want that now.
Yeah. I mean, I noticed that a lot too with like with girlfriends and stuff like that, because I always noticed that when I was in a relationship, it seemed like there was all these girls that were trying to come on to me. And the moment I'm out of a relationship, they're all gone. And it's like, what it is because when you're in a relationship, you're not trying to pick up people. You're just confident being yourself. You have someone to go back home to. You're not trying to do anything,
because you have that significant other in your company. So you're already demonstrating that you've exuberated enough confidence to attract another person.
Well, even when they're not
that's why
Yeah.
it catches their attention. And just how you conduct yourself, as opposed to when you're on your own. Even if you conduct yourself kind of that same way, when they see that significant other with you, that's when it just drives them nuts. That's where they become territorial almost to a level.
Goes back to basic nature.
It does.
It's the same thing with a job. When you have a job and you're looking for jobs, you're like, I could do that. I could take this one. I don't need to do that one. But then you're not working and you need a job. Then you're like, all right, what's available?
Exactly.
How do I get money today?
Eventually things happen, push comes to shove. And you're like, I can start making money doing this on this day. And this is lined up.
You just got to believe that you can do it.
As opposed to holding out for that dream opportunity.
Yeah. And I mean, sometimes, don't settle too, because like you can miss out on a good opportunity if you just settle for the first thing that comes your way. You do have to have, like, that's where I think it's dangerous that I've gotten into my career with jobs and working, is that I've realized the kind of employee that I am and like what my skills are. And so I've become a lot pickier about who I want to work for. I think it's the same reason why I haven't been in a relationship in a while, because I'm the same thing with partners. Is I'm more picky because I know my value in a relationship and I know what I'm looking for,
I understand that, because I feel like Blake is kind of going through some similar deals in the girls that he's been seeing.
Yeah. It's holding it in. We're young, we're dumb, we're just in love and trying to screw everything that moves. And then you get older and it's like, no, we're trying to find someone we get along with for the long haul.
Someone that like, I can scream at you and you can scream at me, and then I can listen to you and then you can listen to me.
Right. Yeah. Someone that pushes you forward and motivates you. That's where it's like, you can't get away from that. Like, definitely if it's a supportive spouse, they're going to make you more confident. Like, that's definitely going to be a funneling of energy.
I can't do it, Lois. It is driving me crazy.
You are not giving up. You are going to stay right here until you are finished.
You want to see me finish it? I'll finish it. Up a little bit here, huh? How about there? How about there? And I don't believe it. That's it.
And it's just like, that's a benefit to have. Like that boost of confidence on its own is a step ahead.
It's all a numbers game, because once one gains the support of two, and then 2 gains the support of 4, and then 4 gains the support of 37, and then 37 gains the support of it goes exponential from there.
Right.
That's kind of goes back to what you said earlier, though, is experience has gained your confidence to know what you want, right? So you can be a little bit pickier on it. And that's with anything, I guess, is the more experience you have, the less time you spend overthinking things and the more time you spend assuming things.
I would agree with that as well. Absolutely.
Past experiences.
And especially looking at myself as an example, like returning to the insurance industry 2 or 3 different times. I've just always gone with it because I've done the position before. It's comfortable. It's something that I know and something I'm really good at. At the heart of it, it's just a basic customer service position. So even the job that I do right now, at the heart of it is a basic customer service position, but it's the exposure with the information and the job that I'm doing that shows me the opportunity and shows me the potential that is more than any other potential that I've seen with like other customer service positions. I mean, a customer service position is a dime a dozen. Every company has their customer service positions. It just comes down to how you want to grow, what you want to learn about, and how you want to actually contribute with the knowledge that you've learned.
It's that next step you want to go from where you're comfortable right now. What's the next add-on to stack on top of this?
Like I know some people that have done the same customer service position for over 20 some years. Like they are just very comfortable. It's something that they know. It's something that they don't have to put a lot of brain power into because they've put so much time into that they've converted it. It comes with that confidence and experience. And then you try to tell them that they're doing something wrong. It's, well, I've been doing this for the last 15, 20 years. Back me up, boss. Like, this is not right.
That's where I've kind of come with retail is because like I've done retail for 15 years, customer service. And it's kind of the branch that I'm making into now is because I recently left my retail job and I want to do something in the realm of art. And that's hard because I probably wasn't competent enough in my art 6 months, a year ago to make that decision. You know what I mean? Like I didn't have the experience. I hadn't been drawing every day. I could have probably done it, but I wasn't confident in my abilities. But now I'm more confident in my abilities to possibly find something in that general realm and break out of something that I've done for 15 years.